Started. Good morning, everybody. As always, if you guys are new to the meeting or if you guys, obviously have never been to one of our meetings, in the chat down below, we want you guys to put in all of your wins for the week and any of your shout outs, and make sure to put your Instagram handles in there. Obviously, we want to make sure that everyone's staying connected. There's always tons of new faces, so we want to make sure that we are putting our wins, our shout outs, and then make sure you guys put your IG handle inside of the chat below. Let's light that up. And let me share my screen with everybody right now. And then let me go into present mode. All right, you guys. So go ahead and put everything in the chat. Welcome to this week's meeting. Go ahead and light it up. So first and foremost, as always, we want to introduce all of our newest guests, but I just wanted to send a huge shout out of gratitude to this entire team. As always, we are growing in leaps and bounds. We have some new exciting things that we're going to be rolling out this week. The Zillow Flex is just really taken off. And so we're just excited about what's going on. I'm grateful that I was able to take a day off, and I wanted to share this with everybody really quick. The most important person in this business is you. Right? You need to take some time to rejuvenate, to give yourself a little bit of breather space, because this business can be all consuming. So I took one day off this week and it felt great. And I'll tell you what, you guys, you can't feel guilty about taking a day off. Shit, you can't feel guilty about taking 2 days off. And so I want to make sure that we are putting ourselves first, mind, body, and soul. This business is a lifestyle. But what I mean is that it's all encompassing, right? You can't be a top producer and not take care of yourself, because something's going to break along the way. So I'm super grateful for you guys. I was grateful that I was able to take a day off and truly relax and spend some time recharging my batteries. So highly encourage that for everybody. You guys are the most important people in this business. So let's get through our guest of the week. So wanted to open it up. Donna, I know that you have a guest in the house today. I said hello to him briefly. So Donna, did you want to introduce the guest that you have on today?
Yes, good morning, everyone. I have 2 guests. So one guest is Sunny Wong. He has finally got his real estate license, literally like waited all through entire COVID and the test date. So welcome, Sunny. And then I also have Jamie Liu. She's a guest. She's thinking about joining our team as well too. So be on your best behavior, guys. But not really.
Now,
Eric,
let's turn it over to Eric. Well, hey, you guys, welcome. Thank you for joining our meeting. Roxanne, are you on? I'm not sure if Michonne is on, but Roxanne referred an agent by the name of Michonne Coleman. Is she on today?
I'm not sure. I was scrolling through to see who was on. I didn't see her. Michonne, are you there?
It's okay. We will introduce her officially next week, but
Okay.
looking forward to supporting her growth. Raymond, are you on today? Okay, striking out, but I know Alvaro is here. Alvaro, how you doing, my man? Welcome to your first official meeting as a fast agent. So my man, a little quick story from you. Why did you choose to come to this team?
I'll be honest, man, I needed some rocket fuel, bro. Been in the solo agent for a long time and switched over to eXp in November. And as a solo agent at eXp, honestly, I kind of felt like I was out on a little bit of an island. And I've had good conversations with yourself, with Kenny, been on a couple of the weekly meetings, and I need that camaraderie, and I need to, step it up when it comes to, generating more business. And I feel like this is the path, the avenue for me to be able to take that next step and to better provide for my family at the end of the day. That's all that matters.
That's right, man. Well, good stuff, bro. And I appreciate all the questions. I appreciate you kind of taking a look at our environment prior to even making the choice to come over. And so welcome to our team. Kenny, I know that you have a couple guests on today. So Kenny, who do we have in the room?
yeah, I'd like to introduce Kathy. She's a local ARIA board member. She's been around supporting ARIA, working alongside Dewey for a while. Met Kathy once, and then we kind of connected on Instagram when she heard that we're going to Brentwood, because she's very involved in Brentwood community. Love for you to talk about that, Kathy.
Kathy, you there?
I saw her. Yeah,
I saw her on.
There you go. Can you hear me
Hi,
now?
Kathy. Yeah,
Yeah,
how are you?
I had my headphones plugged in, they don't work all the time. So, hey, I'm really happy that you invited me. I'm super happy. I saw you on Instagram coming into Brentwood. I've got a little over 40 years experience in the business, and I have never been impressed with somebody as much as I've been impressed with what I know about Kenny. So when I saw you guys coming in, I'm like, I'm there. I've got to call him. I did immediately, and I'm just super excited to be here. So I hope we can work things out.
Nice, awesome. Well, welcome. And for
Thank you.
anybody that is a guest today that is considering our team and wants to know more, whoever's talking right now, if you guys can put yourself on mute. I want you guys to check out what is in the chat right now, because you can see how people are supporting each other, shout outs, covering for showings, all ends of the bay, you know, and really get a true sense of how we support each other in this village. Because we can tell you all day long, but it's just great to experience it. So great stuff, Kathy. Thanks for being here. And Kenny, who's the other guest? I think it's Leah.
Yeah, Leah. A lot of our team members follow Leah on Instagram because I know she was in process of getting licensed. Leah, why don't you do an introduction? We spoke for the first time officially yesterday on Zoom.
Can you guys hear me?
We can, loud and clear.
Okay. So yes, I'm brand new to eXp and brand new to the Fast Team meeting, weekly meeting. I'm here in Oakland. So I'm here to help anyone that needs, you know, to have any showings. And Kenny's my brand new mentor. I just signed on with him last night.
Awesome, awesome. Well, welcome. And you have a whole team of mentors as well. There's over 100 people in the squad that we truly operate from a village mentality. So when it comes to really learning and leveraging and growing at a rapid pace, you'll walk into an environment where you're able to learn from your brothers and sisters as well as the leadership team, and you'll be able to grow. And that goes for everybody that is new and that is a guest on our meeting. So let's go ahead and just give everyone a round of applause. Welcome to all of our new agents, our new guests. Thank you for being here today.
Hey, Elias, I just wanted to introduce someone real quick that didn't hop on last week, but I see him on today. My boy, Robert Jones. So the story with that is he actually came in as a Zillow call, and it turned out he just had gotten his real estate license. So I told him about the team, introduced him to Kenny, and yeah, Robert, you should introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Weston. It was awesome the way it kind of happened. I had been doing a little research and decided to join eXp. I had no idea I'd get an eXp listing, or agent, I should say, when I tapped the listing. Just been researching some products, you know, as far as how to grow my business, signed up for a call service, and then was trying to get sold on the Zillow thing. So I wanted to see what I would be getting for $300 a lead. And ended up talking with Wes. I offered to Venmo him the money, and then he explained the situation and more about the team, and spent a few days learning about it and just been really impressed basically with how you guys roll.
You know what? And here's what's cool about Robert is that he's came to almost every single coaching session. He's there early in the morning. He's ready to learn. I actually have a call scheduled with him today to kind of touch base, but man, what a cool story. Went from, you know, he thought it was a lead, and now that person's joining our team, and that could essentially down the road get leads from Zillow himself because he's on this team. So Wes, dude, what a closer.
Yeah, he was a different type of lead, but still a lead.
Yeah, dude, good stuff, man. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So great stuff, you guys. So we're going to get into a teaching moment for the week. I'm going to turn it over to John. We're going to do a quick teaching moment. So John, I want to turn it over to you really quick.
All right, everybody. How's everybody doing? So basically what we're talking about is the sky slope checklist. You want to take it off screen share real quick, Elias? We're talking about the sky slope checklist because eXp is talking about moving to a single check payment method where, and this is what most other brokerages do, where title cuts a check to the brokerage, which is eXp, and then eXp distributes your check, the referral check, all of that. And for them to do that, the files need to be complete. And Sky Slope checklist is how you can track where your files are at. you have a TC that's helping you in the file, but ultimately they can't do everything. So you need to be looking at those SkySlope checklists and looking for those red boxes of documents that are missing. And if you see documents that are missing that you sent in, or documents that you need to get, those should be your cues to get those documents and send it in so you can get paid on time. Because what's going to start happening if your files are incomplete is that eXp is going to be holding your checks until those files are complete in SkySlope. So keep an eye out for those checklists. You get them a few times. Part of it, if you're not getting them, your eXp email might not be forwarded to an email that you're getting, but make sure you're getting those checklists and then stay on top of making sure your file's complete, or at the end of the day, the transaction is going to close and you're going to be chasing documents and it's going to just delay payment. The way I like to think about it is by the time your buyers or the buyers are signing their loan documents, the only document that should be missing other than the closing papers is the VP. So we want everyone to get paid on time, and keeping an eye on those checklists is how we're going to do it. And if you've only been with Fast Real Estate, or if you've only been with eXp up until recently, they would just pay you at close, even if you were missing super important documents. That's going to change. So we want to make sure that everybody knows to stay ahead. And if Julie wanted to chime in, because Julie's only ever been with us, and kind of what she thought about those checklists, I think that would help everyone kind of understand that might be in the same boat.
Yeah, is that basically that email that you get from SkySlope and with a lot of red boxes? So at first I didn't know what that was for either. I thought that's just an email to like let you know what document is there, but that's the TC's job. This whole time is kind of like what I thought about that email, and as a new agent it's just really confusing. So apparently that's the checklist that you need to complete for you to get paid. So everyone should really look out for those emails and get on top of your paperwork.
Yeah, and your TC is there to help you with that, and they're going to do the majority of the work, but they can't do it all. So if you get emails from your TCs, don't ignore those emails either, because they check those checklists and then they reach out to you. So just make sure that you have everything on time. And if you've been in other brokerages, I'm sure there's people out there that know, that frankly, I was surprised that we got paid no matter what the state of our file was at close of escrow, because again, at other brokerages, your file's got to be complete, and it's a legal issue. And you never want to be in the case where something comes up and there might be attorneys or mediators involved and your file's missing, because it could be a scary feeling. So make sure
Real quick,
that
John, can I add one other thing to that?
Yeah, go
The
for it.
dates are also important. So if you're chasing paperwork and you were supposed to get something signed off that made a lot of sense prior to close of escrow being signed, and now you've gotten it signed post, it's going to leave you exposed. So it's very important to make sure that you follow your dates and you make sure that that stuff is done there as prompt as possible. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's a great point, and it helps getting some perspective from people that have been doing this longer and realizing, like, I think as newer agents and we're moving so fast, I think we're starting to neglect the importance of a complete and clean file. So we want to make sure that from here on out, everybody knows. And if you have any questions, talk to me or Karina or anyone. But super important. We can't stress enough how important this is.
Hey, John, can I make a comment?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Molly. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're okay. Go ahead, Roxanne.
Okay, honey. I just wanted to say, so the file should be fully complete by the time you remove your physical inspection contingency. So no physical inspection contingency should be fully removed without every single disclosure signed and acknowledged. And my TC knows how I work, and she knows the minute we either receive one from a buyer if we're representing the seller, or if I'm representing the buyer and I'm putting a full contingency removal, I always ask her ahead of time, do we have a full disclosure package signed? And when you send it into, when everything's uploaded into SkySlope, you have to send like an email to ca.transactions@exprealty.net. And you have to give them a little push to check your file, because honestly, eXp is not on top of how quickly they check files. And I understand they're really, really busy and they have so many of them. But if you want your file checked and you want to make sure that they sign and approve all your disclosures, you need to shoot them an email. So my TC will shoot out an email and say, hey, all disclosures are uploaded. Please check now. And they will check your file within 24 hours. So my files are always fully complete at removal of physical inspection contingency period. And then the rest of the transaction is whether we need a loan contingency removal or an appraisal or a VP. That should be the only remaining items. And for everyone who's submitting these offers, non-contingent, no inspection contingency, you're technically supposed to have a fully ratified disclosure packet along with that. So I used to be a compliance manager for Genesis Real Estate. So I would check all the SkySlope files. And if anybody needs any help, I have no problem with like doing a training or helping people understand how do you log into your SkySlope and the important parts of behind the scenes, because everybody should know how to utilize their SkySlope and how to check their own files.
Well, so good stuff that you said that, Roxanne. So we're going to be putting together some training and some curriculum that, you know, keep your ass out of trouble style meetings to make sure that everyone knows this portion of the business. Because even like Julie's been productive for a very long time with us, but still is like, oh, I saw the red boxes, I didn't know what to do. We want to make sure that you guys understand this portion of your business because we know how important it is. And Roxanne has a reputation of submitting some of the cleanest paperwork, and that's coming from Karina, who's been in this business for a very long time. And so you know how particular Karina is. So good stuff, Roxanne. Yeah, we could probably leverage you and lean on you.
Yeah, we'll take you up on that for sure. And thanks everyone for chiming in, because you know, we just want to make sure it's clear. And if anyone has any questions, just reach out.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Thank you so much for that. I was literally about to ask a question about that because I'm shooting an offer right now, non-contingent. So that's fire. I was going to ask a question about that. She already answered it.
Good stuff. And then Molly, you had something you wanted to chime in?
Yeah, pretty much. Roxanne hit, you know, the nail on the head. But the other thing too that sometimes I think we forget about is if you're an agent and you have side conversations or emails that your TC isn't privy to, or text messages from your buyers or your sellers, cover your ass and make sure that there's a copy of all of that correspondence in your file as well, because you never know, the tiniest thing could make the biggest difference down the road should something come up about, oh, well, no, this is what I had. So again, the TCs don't know what they don't know. But be involved and respond. So don't just look for a SkySlope checklist notification like, oh, there's red boxes. You really should know how it works so that you're spot checking your TC. If you're sending documents, you know, your listing paperwork, your offers, within 24, 48 hours, that stuff should be in SkySlope. And if it's not, then that's a conversation that you need to be having with your TC. But you should not necessarily have to micromanage your TC, but you should be watching them and your files to make sure that it's all in there and that you're not running around at the 12th hour trying to get paid because you're missing this or you're missing that. It's communication and it's teamwork.
Yep, I love it. I love it. And we're going to be implementing some ways to better track our deals moving forward. So there's some things that are coming. I think like this is an area where we could definitely improve upon. So some training curriculum is going to come out, some new tracking modules are going to come out. And so be on the lookout for this, because it's all about just making sure that we tighten up and we get better on this end. So good stuff, Roxanne. Everyone, thank you for your input. Appreciate it. So let's move on. John, sorry about that. Anything else, my man? We're straight? Okay. All right. Let's get back into this. Let's go here. All right, you guys. So let's get into some of the Csu updates. For the people that are guests, we track, you know, income producing activities that are going to essentially lead to agents getting into contract. And so for the first slide, this is hours working on your business. These are, you know, projects such as marketing campaigns, building content, and we had quite a few people log their stats this last week. So Michael Sage came in at number 1. So great job, Michael. Patrick, who's a newer agent with us, he's been working tirelessly behind the scenes. And if you guys seen, he spent about 8 hours editing a video about Eichlers. Go check that out. It's on his page. I think it was really, really well done. And he did the voiceover for it. Jackie's always grinding. She came in number 3. Jack came in at number 4, and Joaquin came in at number 5. Great job, everybody, for making the leaderboard on hours working on your business. Let's move over to hours working in your business, which are income producing activities, and these are prospecting activities. Melody coming in at 52 hours, and she came in at number 1. So really great job, Melody. Cynthia came in at number 2 at 49. Michael at number 3, Walter came in at number 4, and Omar came in at number 5. So great job for everybody who made the leaderboard on hours working in your business. Let's go to appointments attended. Now, obviously, I know seeing everyone's IG, a lot of you guys are probably had more appointments attended than what's on this tracker. So I encourage everybody to keep on putting their stats in Csu. Jackie is counting 10 for the week, came in at number 1. Eric came in at number 2 with 7 appointments. Jack Stegner and Melody tied for 3rd place, and then Omar coming in 4th place with 4. So great job, everybody. Appreciate you counting and tracking your stats. I would put this on your calendar every single day, 5:30, 6 o'clock, track my stats for the day, because to go back and think about all the things that you did, it becomes a little cumbersome. So I would just every single day put it in your calendar and track your stats. Let's get any new escrows for the week. So very excited about this as always. So you know him, you love him. Mr. Omar Torrio got into contract this last week. Omar, you want to talk a little bit about this deal? Omar, you there? Omar going once, going twice. All right, we're going to move on to Mr. Walter and Kate. They got into contract for $450,000. Which one of you guys wanted to talk about that deal? Is that you, Walt?
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Go ahead and take it away.
Fast. So this started out as a flex call with a seller buyer in San Leandro. I took the call. Since, for those that don't know me, I'm fairly new to the business, so I brought along my mentor, Kate Hudson. Kate showed me what to do, the paperwork, how do we do pictures, how do we do this, how do we do that. Kate, with her outstanding mentorship and guidance, we got this sold, or we got it in escrow in 11 days. A 2-2, about 900 square feet in San Leandro. Got that done fairly quickly. Now we're turning around and submitting offers for the same gentleman, one going out today. All right. And shout out to Roxanne for helping me last night. And shout out to all the OGs for all your support and love. Get it. I'm gone.
Beautiful, beautiful. Kate, I know that you're on the road. Did you want to chime in on this?
No, I'm good. Walter said everything.
Okay, all right. Congratulations, you guys. Let's go over to Gurpreet. She got in contract for $650,000. Gurpreet, you want to talk about this deal?
Yeah, hey guys. So yeah, this was actually Zillow Flex, my first Zillow Flex in contract. Got the call on a Friday morning as I was driving to Walnut Creek office. Booked the appointment. We saw the home that evening around 5:30. The next day we wrote an offer, competed with 3 or 4 other offers. We were going back and forth with counters. Seller received a higher offer. We renegotiated and yeah, got him into contract on day 3.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Now, Gurpreet, had you worked Zillow leads prior to Fast Real Estate? You had, right?
Yes, I have. Awesome. I've done Zillow, I've done Realtor.com. That's mainly what I did. That's okay. Bulk of my business is online leads.
Great stuff. Congratulations. Moving over to the King. Mr. Eric King got in contract for $825,000. Eric, do you have a minute to talk about this? I know that you're at an inspection right now.
Yeah, so this one was pretty special to me because it's actually for some of my friends, but it was also a big eye-opener because, so long story short, basically I was referred this client from a Denver agent who I was introduced to another friend, and I jump on the Zoom call and it pops up and it's my buddy. And so, you know, I was like, what the fuck, you know, like, why didn't you reach out directly so I don't have to pay this motherfucker 30%, you know, and now I got to pay this guy a referral fee when I could have just reached out to my my friends, and, you know, and cut out the middleman. So the lesson here is I spend all this time fucking with online leads and nurturing these online leads, but I'm not even checking in with my sphere of influence, right? And everyone in the real estate game is always talking about SOI, SOI, SOI. And so I think the big takeaway for me is to, you know, spend enough time with SOI as I do my other leads, right? Because how stupid I gotta pay this guy 30% when it's my buddies. So anyways, yeah, it's a great one. Stoked.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So going over more new escrows, Mr. Weston means business. I got a contract for $845,000. I'll tell you what, Wes, you've been on, you know, a great trajectory upwards lately, great momentum. So tell us a little bit about this deal.
Yeah, so this is a couple I've been working with for a while. We were touring out in Concord for like a straight month, and we got beat out probably 2-3 times. Actually, probably maybe more like 3 or 4 times. So this one was, they had an offer date that was on the MLS. It was like no preemptives. So we came in on the offer date, submitted, and then later that night, I got a text late at night, like 10:30 p.m. or something. And it was from the listing agent. And he was like, are you up to negotiate, basically? And then he was like, told me the situation. You guys are in second place. And he was like, can you come up? And we had already been in a situation like this where we were in second place and they were like, they told us to come up and then they told the other people to come up. And so it was like, and then we lost out on that one. So I was like, that's not going to happen this time. So basically I rewrote the offer and then I wrote an addendum and it literally said, offer to expire 15 minutes, exactly 15 minutes after received by the listing agent. And I sent that to him. And then less than 15 minutes later, you sent me back the ratified contract.
I love that. Putting a little pressure on them, right?
Yeah. You got to do it in this market.
Dude, yeah.
Strategy. That was a great strategy.
Dude, I love that, bro.
It worked. I don't know if that's enforceable or not, but it worked. So that's all that matters.
Nah, fire, bro. Really, really great stuff. Great strategy. Congrats, man. I love watching how your business is taking off. And I know that you're working hard behind the scenes, man. So really good stuff. I love that strategy, man. Really great stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's move over to Jen and myself. We got into contract. I'll let Jen take it away and tell about this. This was her baby. This was a project that we worked on really, really hard. So Jen, you want to talk about Linton?
Sure. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So I got new internet and I'm super excited because
Thank you.
I've been stealing my neighbor's internet for the last 2 years.
Hence why I'm doing my meeting from my living room and not hers today.
But anyway, so this property was referred to me by my old boss, and she inherited the house from mom that passed away. And when we did the walkthrough, oh my goodness, it hasn't been touched in probably the 70s. They still had floral wallpaper, green wallpaper. It was insane. But anyways, so she needed the proceeds to purchase a new home for her son in Pennsylvania. And they gave me a budget. So this was like my first renovation project and it was super fun. So I see why people get excited over like flips and stuff. So she gave me a budget and allowed me and Elias to pick out all the fixtures and stuff. So it was super fun. And she was so happy with the outcome of the project. We ended up with 19 offers. So we were on a market for about 10 days, ended up with 19 offers listed at 689. And we had about 3 or 4 offers over 800,000. So she's super happy. We ended up receiving an offer closer to the 850 range, but it had a contingency and she's just a worry ward and didn't want to accept the higher number because of the contingency. So we went with a non-contingent offer at a lower price, but she was still super, super, super excited about it.
I have a question, Jennifer. How much time it took you to do the renovation? I'm sorry if I'm bugging here.
It took less than a month. So it was crazy. The person we had come in, we did our walkthrough and then he came in and within like 48 hours, he had a wall knocked down, floors already taken out. So his crew was super quick. And the only reason why it was delayed was we were just waiting for items to be ordered, but I think we could have done it in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah, and this contractor, he came through, like he set a timeline and he was able to deliver on that timeline and he just did a really, really good job. So we'd be happy to pass his info on to anybody. But good stuff, Jen. Good stuff. So we got into contract on that one, and then the very next day we had one of our close clients from Landed call with his mom. And like I said, you guys remember to work the room when you guys are on tours and someone brings their family member, like work the room, build a relationship with them. The mom called us and she was a tough mom. She was questions about this and what are you going to do on a discount?
Great tiger mom.
So yeah, so tiger mom, right? And she was tough. Said, okay, let me call you back. Called back with the daughter. Then we were able to set the listing appointment. We went back. She's like, I got to talk to the office manager, which is mom. Mom chimed in again, but then we were able to win the listing once again in San Leandro. But the point on that, you guys, is work the room and like build relationships, because the mom even says, she's like, well, now my hopes is that you guys are going to be our family realtors. I was like, cool. She was tough though. She was really tough. And obviously it's not over yet. You know, we have to sell the house, but work the room. And when you guys are on tour and they bring their family members, get to know everybody. Because we got a referral the other day from somebody that we haven't even closed on. So know your audience, work the room. So Jen, really great job on this project. I don't know how you do it. You're a great project manager. So really good stuff.
Thank you.
Moving on, we're going to go over to Miss Carmen. Carmen had 2 transactions this last week, equating to over $1.1 million in volume. So Miss Carmen, take it away for a moment. All right, we'll come back to Carmen. Oh, there she is. Carmen, we're gonna not. Carmen, we can't hear you. We're gonna. Okay. Kenny, can someone mute Carmen? Sorry, guys. Carmen's been. No, we can't hear you. Whoever's in control of the.
It's not working.
Kenny or Karina, can you guys mute Carmen?
Unfortunately,
it's not working.
What's that?
Let her know, Carmen, your audio isn't coming in clear. If you can hear us, your audio isn't coming in clear. Elias will come back to you.
Good stuff. All right, we're going to go over to Roxanne. So Roxanne had 2 deals in the contract equating to over $1.2 million in volume. So Miss Roxanne, I want to give you the opportunity to talk about these deals. So take the mic away for a moment.
Okay. Hey, I got my listing on Minor that I thought I had listed transparently because I didn't want to do the whole list way low and try to get a ton of people in. Well, clearly my math is off because we had 114 showings in 6 days. We had 17 offers and it went way over what I would have ever dreamed it would have went for. So thank you to Will for being there with me putting it on the market, picking up dead fruit off the ground for me, helping, giving ideas. Like, oh my gosh, he's so sweet. And Walter is so cool. He said, girl, that house is going to sell way over 600. I said, no, Walter, you don't understand. It's not. Well, Walter, let me say something. You're only, 6 months in business and I'm 18 years in, but you were right. So that one was fantastic. My seller is so happy. We're moving forward to a quick closing. We had a little appraisal situation, but you know what? It's okay. We worked through it. Buyer came in with extra cash. I mean, these buyers right now, they don't care. They just want to get it closed. They are not going to lose it. They're not going to walk away from it. It's unbelievable. And then I finally got a buyer in contract. Oh my gosh. Woo. I can't even believe it. I feel like I bought the right lottery ticket at the liquor store or something. Like, it's insanity trying to get your buyer accepted. So 3 offers in, my buyers were getting a little fatigued, but we got our 3rd offer accepted. Everybody is happy. And that's my story today.
Woo! Good stuff, Roxanne. Absolutely love it. And thank you for all the help. I mean, you are constantly there for your brothers and sisters on this team. And so appreciate you and great job. And for the people that don't know Roxanne has one goal this year, and it's to hit 50 transactions, and she's going to do that. So really good stuff. So you guys, the next one and the last one for the week that I want to talk about, it means the world to me to see this person get on the board. It means the world to me when all of you get on the board, but when it's your very first one, I think it's very, very special. So wanted to give it up to DeAndre. DeAndre was able to get into contract this last week, $925,000. He asked to be on Flex. He showed up. He worked hard. We gave him the opportunity to get Flex leads, and he came within less than a month getting into contract for $925,000. So DeAndre, let's hear it, my man. I want to hear all about this story.
Man, Elias, very thankful to be on the team. Hi, everybody. This was a Zillow Flex call that was very complex. Had to sell our property in Atlanta and then relocate from SoCal to Hayward. A lot of moving parts, but luckily we got it done. Now it's just about getting her across the finish line through contract. And just, ready for the next one.
Good stuff, DeAndre. And let me ask you a question. What were some of the toughest lessons that you learned getting this person into contract?
Hold firm and believe in the process.
What do you mean hold firm?
Don't, sometimes you don't know what's going on with the other side. Sometimes you don't get the reactions that you want. But if you just believe in what you're doing and, your formula that got you to where you are, just hold firm and you'll be fine. This industry moves quick and everybody moves at a different pace, and on a different system. So just believe in what you're doing, understand you're in the right place. Team Fast has got your back. All my brothers and sisters, are super supportive here, and just hold firm and you'll be good.
Man, I love that. And DeAndre had called and he told me the story. He's like, why? I sent an email. I'm like, you just need to breathe, right? You need to breathe. We're still okay. We're not too much to worry about right now. You're going to get a call within the next couple hours. If not, it'll happen in the morning time. But he was pressing for it. He wanted it, but he worked hard for his client, as you guys all do. And so congratulations on your first. So let's give DeAndre a big giant round of applause.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Really great stuff, my man. Looking forward to many more. You posted many more. So super stoked for you and the family. And then there's your picture. All right, guys. Want to go to the fast story of the week, and this is a really, really great story.
I'll start crying.
What's that? Wait, what was all that? Sorry, I missed something. Sorry. All right, let's go to the fast story of the week. I want to highlight Mr. Jack Stegner and Walt. And I want Jack to talk about this because this is going to be his official first listing. Him and Walter got a listing in Dublin. So I want to congratulate you both. But Jack, I wanted to give you a minute to talk about all the things that you've been doing behind the scenes. I know this was a long time coming. So my man, let's talk a little bit about this.
Oh yeah, sure. So I got a Zillow Flex call last Monday, and she wanted to buy a place in condo in Walnut Creek, and she was like, "Well, I need to sell my crib first." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Where is it in Dublin?" As soon as I thought of Dublin, I'm like, "Oh, Walt's on this deal with me." So we went out there the next day. It was us, another agent, and we went in there. Walt was like, "Oh, I'm kind of nervous. What should I tell the other agent?" I'm like, "No, we were the first ones in there. She liked us. She accepted that listing agreement that day, and we've just been working on it. Yeah. Been pretty good so far.
Hey,
I think we're coming on.
Can you hear me?
So hey, Carmen, can you mute yourself? There you go. So Jack, when you said, because I heard this sense of confidence, right? When you said that, okay, there's another agent, but we're going to win this. Why do you feel that you won this listing?
Well, I guess on my old team, every listing appointment we ever went to, it was always both of us. And we just went at a certain way. When we first went in there, I was like, Walter, you talk to the client, make sure why they want to sell, get information from her. I'm going to walk around, do the avid. So we're going to have that done already. And then we both sat down. We just both talked about teams of okay, Walter can do this and I can do that. I'm more from Walnut Creek, so I can help you with the buy of your purchase. And Walter's from Dublin, or more closer to Dublin. So he knows the Dublin streets. And so we gave her more of what we could do as a 2-person team than just one agent. So that was our big thing. And that was the biggest thing, how we sold people on my previous team.
Love it. I love it. And I'll tell you what, you guys, a lot of you have never partnered. It's having someone to leverage and a different perspective and a different approach and a different communication style. It works to your benefit, you guys. So, polar opposites, but I think that you guys are going to come together, get this done, sell it in a very quick time frame, and get yourself on that board, man. So congratulations, Jack and Walt.
Hey, a lot.
Yes, sir.
So Jack's gonna off play, but listen, Jack, I think we met in November, and Jack would go in the office and dive into that lead pond and just go hard. And he'd be like, "Well, get your ass on the phone, let's go." I'd be like, "Shit, I don't want to call anybody today. I'm tired. My wife's getting on my nerves. My kid was going nuts this morning. I do not want to talk to anybody today." But he would like kick me in the ass. So I really appreciate him bringing me in on this deal. And basically, I for anybody out there, and I'm new to the business, just be yourself. So I went in there and I kind of just went into character, like I am Mr. Dublin. Like if you want to know something about Dublin, I'm going to tell you. So I just started talking about schools and shit and started moving my hands and doing this and doing that and this and that. And we're going to sell this thing fast. And then I text an agent I knew, a little trade secret, y'all. I text an agent I knew and like, "Hey, I think I might have this." She's like, "I got somebody." So we getting the buzz going. And our phones have been off the hook since we got the listing. I got a call this morning at like 8:45. Jack got hit up within an hour when we dropped the coming soon. So anybody like doubting themselves, just be who you are. Like, I just be you, and either they're feeling you or not. But most of the time they're going to be feeling you. So congrats to Jack. I'm his Scottie Pippen and he's MJ on this one. So I'm just picking up the people.
I would say we're both 50-50 killing this deal. So we've both been just managing our client, and she's just been awesome with us. So it's been great.
You guys, I think this is a true testimony of perseverance, because Jack works the lead pond. He shows up to the office every single day, and he's saying, "You know what? My time is coming." He tells me, he's like, "Elias, I know it's coming. It's right around the corner." And what he doesn't waver his motivation and his attitude. He stays positive about this and knows that it's right around the corner, and he shows up in a big way. So Jack, really, really appreciate you. Really appreciate what you represent for this team, and glad that you guys are working on this. And
yeah, one more thing. Sorry, and I'll shut up. And then shout out to Molly, because she helped me with my high note. So for those new in the business, just run the plays. Like run Kenny's plays, run Elias' plays, run John's plays, run Karina's plays. Just run the plays. It's like a football team. Like if we're running a sweep, we're running the damn sweep. Run it, and it works. So I'm gone. I'll shut up for today.
That's right, you guys. We run a West Coast offense here. Trust me, the offense works. Just run the routes. Run the routes. So good stuff, Walter. I love it, my man. I love it. So let's move on. So Kenny, I'm going to pull up this screen really quick. Oh, sorry. Let me exit. We're going to go over company stats. We have some changes to our stats. So Kenny, I'm going to have you update the team since you updated the slide a little bit earlier. Let me full screen this, and then now let me share. So go ahead, Kenny, take this slide away.
So last week we had a glitch in the stats. It was in a black bar. There was some extra numbers in there, so we actually had an extra like 15 million. So we had to readjust, but we're still on pace to do about 600 million this year. Right now, currently we have 54 million pending at 65 sides. Funny story, I looked at like who has done the deal in the company so far out of our roughly a little over 100 agents. Less than half our company has done the deal yet, just because we've been growing so fast. So super excited to see this number hit 100 by the end of the year. We're seeing like a lot of top agents post our team did 100 deals this year already. So we've done about 140 deals this year already. So this is really exciting. And with the launch of the new offices, I think we'll be able to kind of grow even further into those areas. Brentwood is a really big deal for us. We have a cool snippet video that we'll show you in a little bit that John will have.
And you guys, for the people that are just coming to our meeting for the very first time, our company goal for this year in 2021 was to hit 500 million, and we're on pace to exceed that. And for the people who are just joining, we are going to be the fastest team in the United States of America to hit $1 billion in production. Mark our words, know it now. Like that's what we're working towards, you guys. So everything that we do is all about the big picture and how we're going to support our agents, grow our agents, and then move to that next level. And so you guys, we are so grateful to be where we are, and we can't do it without all of your grit and your passion and your hard work. So really good stuff. So I'm going to go on, you guys. I'm going to move on to our calendar. Make sure that you're checking the calendar. I'm going to turn it over to John. I know that you wanted to share a video, or maybe Kenny, you can pull that video up, because obviously new offices are coming soon. You guys have seen the stories. You guys have been to some of the new spots. So we wanted to share a quick video with you because this was John's dream. John always wanted to get a video of him moving in slow motion, looking on his phone, and we were able to capture that. So Enjoy.
The whole reason that I'm doing this whole thing is one day there's gonna be a video of walking in slow motion.
So we want to start documenting the build out. I think it'll be a really cool video to watch like a year out. We can't really I'm not posting Hercules one yet because we're still negotiating. We're just finalizing some things like where the location of the conference room will be in the bathroom, but we're mostly in. And then we also have a Hayward office we're working on for you guys that work towards like San Leandro, Hayward, Union City, Fremont, or San Jose. San Jose is definitely next on our map, but Hayward will be closest retail hub until we get a co-working space in San Jose. They're supposed to get back to us today or Thursday with a counter offer. So the counter offer, just we're agreeing to the price of the square foot. So it's just like, again, negotiating the little details of like what we want there, what kind of things we want built out. But we're moving full steam ahead on all of our office spaces right now.
I mean, I had never really spent much time in Hercules, and obviously Roxanne talks highly about it, Gurpreet talks highly about it. And someone said, well, it's always been a bedroom community. It's just been a place where people sleep. But now it's like, it's really coming up. Tons of new development, tons of new shops and restaurants. And that office there is the only one that is that close to the waterfront. So I think there's about 1,500 rental units right there in close proximity. So we're thinking long game, like how is this going to be able to help your guys's, production over long haul? You guys, we have some huge opportunities there, and the office and the location is beautiful. You want to go there, take walks by the water, hang out, get your mind right, come back in the office. Nothing like it out there. So John, really good.
Hercules.
Such a hard time when
There's no toll.
You asked me about Hercules.
Gonna wake up Hercules.
Bedroom.
Yes, Donna, Hercules, baby.
Kathy, too, I'm excited. We're excited to have you. I remember your name. I was a title rep in Brentwood, and I know you've done a ton of business out there. So we're working as fast as we can to get that office ready for you. And if you've got any friends that want a sweet new office too, send them our way.
Yeah, we're just excited, you guys. Like the Brentwood office is huge. Own kitchen, we're pulling carpet and doing, John's doing all kinds of design work. So you guys, the offices, you're gonna walk in and be like, you know what, this is dope, and there's nothing.
We signed a contract for Next Key. So it's a key lock system at the door that's hooked up to your phone. So we'll be able to give you guys access to it, so you can drop into any of these locations at any given time. The retail spaces, co-working spaces, or we just need to check in on the front desk.
So does the Brentwood office have a shower? Because if I don't want to come home, because I've got teenagers, can I just stay there?
No, you can crash
I don't
there.
think we have a shower. We'll find a hose outside.
Okay.
You can crash there if you want to, but yeah, there's no shower there.
We'll have some comfortable couches though, we'll be sure.
For sure. So you guys
did talk about putting in a kind of nap room, actually.
Yeah, a focused nap room. Absolutely.
Focus room.
Yeah. So you guys, we're just pumped. I mean, to think about it, when Climb closed its doors last January, Kenny came over to a little spot in Jack London, but prior to Jack London, there were like a team of vagabonds. What I mean by this is that they were working in the lobbies that anywhere like a Regis had set up. So it's like they were working in the old lobby of Climb Real Estate, which is in a business like a building, trying to like take the internet and try to use the internet. And then they were in like a lobby of another place down by Jack London. So it was like, like this rogue team, and then finally got a spot down in Jack London with 12 agents. And look where we are now, you guys. We're gonna see. We're already at 103, but we have 114 that are still doing their their paperwork. So to think about that in a year, what you guys have accomplished and what we've done, right? When I say this is a movement, you guys, I mean that with every fiber of who I am. This is a true real estate movement. And it's just great to be able to see new offices and new opportunities for you guys. Roxanne, I think she could run to that office, right? And so we just want to make sure that we find talent. And when we find the talent in these areas, we're going to open up great offices for you guys and make sure that you always have dope places to go and work.
Can I say one thing real quick, guys?
Please, JJ.
So when Kenny was doing his thing, switching, I guess, from previous company, I can't remember what they were called, but I was following him. And I brought them up to 2 different managing brokers from the previous company that I worked with. I'm not going to mention their names. And I said, hey, are you guys talking to Kenny? And they were both like, oh, he's a gimmick. You know, he's just flashy. A lot of his stuff is just silly. And my thing was, he's kicking everybody's ass as far as marketing is concerned digitally. How are we not taking him seriously? So anyway, I had a little deeper conversation with one of the 2. And I told him, I said, how are you guys approaching him? Are you coming at him like you do with everybody else? Or are you guys coming differently? And she literally told me, he's nothing. He's only got 10 people in his group. It's no big deal. So I was like, oh, all right. Well, I guess I got to start taking Kenny seriously. Because clearly she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. And that office has been losing people left and right. Anyway, my point being, this dude knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
I mean, we have more agents in that office now and production.
Well, but my point was even beyond production. It was like, that's definitely what the future looks like, and what we are is not this. So anyway, that's all.
You guys, there's companies that have deep pockets that have been around for, you know, decades, that weren't able to find a way through pandemic. They cut staff, they reduced the marketing departments, they furloughed. My old position at Coldwell Banker is no longer even a position. It was eliminated. My mentor and director, his position was eliminated. So it's like, when you think about where we are, like, we are running a very nimble and lean team, but we're able to really take these profits and give it back to the team and create cool spaces for you guys and great tech tools. And like, shout out to Molly for locking down the Real Scout deal. Like, you guys, this is a big deal, because whoever said it, like, be you. I mean, when Walter said that, it's like, that's why this company is different, because you can walk into this environment and be like, damn, I could just be whoever the heck I want to be. Cool. Once you feel comfortable to be whoever the heck you want to be, that's when you feel comfortable to go out there and build your brand your way. No longer is it about the broker, right? It's all about you guys. And that's why we're doing things different, because we lead with you, and everything that is different and real, it's all because of you guys. So shit, I am super grateful to be in the position where I'm at. I have never been more happy in my career, but I've never been more challenged in my career either. So I think those two go hand in hand. So great job, you guys. Kenny, once again, thank you for everything that you do for this company and this team, man. We really appreciate you. So you guys, I wanted to ask a question as always, and I'm going to put this here. I want you guys to load up this chat, because we've been getting some really, really good stuff every single week when I ask these questions. What is one thing that you've been procrastinating on that you are committing to accomplish this week? That list goes on and on for a lot of us, right? But I want to see what you guys have been procrastinating on and what you're going to commit to accomplishing this week. So I want you guys to load up that chat, put your questions in. That way we can go over your answers. That way we can go over the answers before we head out for the day. So go ahead and put everything in there.
But while that's getting spun up, just a quick update, because Elias mentioned Real Scout. There's a note in the chat. If you're a current Real Scout user, we need some information from you to make the transition smooth. Just continue paying, and then once we switch over to the company account, you'll just get a prorated refund for the month. And we're targeting 2 weeks from today, the 16th, as the rollout. And then the following week, we'll have a training from Real Scout for anyone that wants a refresher, anyone that hasn't used it. So check Slack, fill out the Real Scout info, and we should have it up and running in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, there is
John, I'm sorry, where is it at?
On the general channel, there's a shared spreadsheet. If you're a current user, we just need your primary MLS, and they actually needed your ID for it. So I shared the spreadsheet to make it easier. So basically just go in there, verify that the email address that's on there for you is what is connected to your Real Scout account. Put your primary MLS and your membership ID number. So it's up there. I'll pin it. It should already be pinned if it's not, but I'll pin it. It's a spreadsheet. I'm not gonna hold us up basically. So if it's not on there, we'll catch you in the net as we move forward with it. But we want to capture everybody who's currently a member already subscribed to Real Scout. So once we get this over to them, the ball's going to move fairly quickly. And like John said, we're trying to have it so that we can have it ready to go by March 16th. That's our target date.
Thank you.
Good stuff. All right, let's go through some of this. And while you guys are loading up the chat, Donna, I wanted you to talk about solutions now, solutions only, because Donna's been a huge part of a panel that we're putting together, that she's been orchestrating this whole thing. So Donna, really quick, you want to drop some information about that, because I think this is very important, and I'd be remiss if we didn't speak about this.
Thank you, Elias. You know, a lot of this has gone into the news, and it's just being swept under the carpet at times, because we have platforms that we're able to use, like the first woman director, Asian director, that won the global Golden Globes this year. There is a lot of, you know, hate out there against the Asian community because the last 4 years that we were under. We have, and this is, I commend Kenny and Elias for stepping up on this as well too. The solutions platform is, I have connected with Hip Hop TV. So we're bringing unity together between our communities. A lot of it goes behind, and people don't know this. Our communities go back, way back, like from Oakland into the 70s, into the Black Panther movement, all that. So the younger generation needs to know about these. And so what they're doing right now against elderlies is just, that's just non-tolerable. And we need to bring that into light. Dion Lim and Betty Yu are great speakers for us. They promote these, there are things that are in the news that just people don't talk about, and they are bringing it into light, because we don't watch the news, a lot of us, because we don't hear the clout. So at the end of the day, we're working with them. And so thank you. We're in the, Elias, thank you for being a moderator for this. You have great speaking skills. And so we have a lot of, Mr. Fab's going to be on it. We were trying to get a lot of other people on it as well too. So Kenny, thank you for speaking, because we have the most diverse real estate team in the entire, I can say the entire Bay Area. And I'm pretty sure nationwide, because if you look through our portfolio, we have one. So that is just telling you, people are saying, you know, that 3 seconds that you choose to do could lead you to 25 years down the wrong path. But if you focus correctly, like we have some heavy hitters on our team that are just crushing it. And, you know, from all diverse communities, I commend Walter, JJ, everyone that's went on there, Omar, everybody. And so our team is just so diverse, and we're working on this, and we're going to have a speaker of panels, and this is going to go national wise. And so Kenny, we're taking you across the world with us. So thank you. We've got, you know, the last minute, once we get all these pieces in the back end together, we will let you guys all know. Please join in on the panel of discussions, watch it, because these are discussions that we all need to have. People, you know, small businesses are hurting right now, and these false accusations against some of these small businesses that we saw, that was just wrong, you know, and so people have to step up and say something. So if you see unjust, step up, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we'll be releasing the schedule when that's going to be. We're going to get out there and just make sure that this is a panel about awareness and also about education, right? Like, what are the opportunities that are out there for people that are committing these crimes? And so this is just going to be about awareness and bringing together the community. So, you know, looking at the chat, you guys, I'm loving what you guys are putting in here. Just a few things that I see right now. Prospecting for listing, continue my education, setting up my MailChimp, start my YouTube channel for marketing, ordering my sign and just listed or just placed that order today. Videos, post more content. I'm going to do my follow-up and schedule, making calls, video ads for listings, set up system for seller generation, follow-up, go for a walk with my mom. I love that, Darren. Seeing some great stuff in here. Create my personal branding. It says here, get Real Scout set up and get up to date with all the Team Fast technology, more content, finish personal logo, order signs and cards, follow up with prospects, create lists of current prospects, create daily schedule on Gmail. The list goes on. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, here's the thing, you guys. If there's things that you're procrastinating on, then just take 1 or 2 of those things and say, you know what, I'm going to accomplish that and close the door this week. There's so many things that we want to do, so many ideas. And what happens is that we get lost in that sometimes. Take bite-sized chunks out of your business. Say, what is one thing that I could accomplish this week that I've been procrastinating on? And sometimes it's a really hard thing. So if you need help, if you need coaching, if you need guidance, like lean to the people around you to support you to get you through those things. So yeah, don't let procrastination hold you back in developing and growing yourself as well as your business. want to once again welcome and thank all of our guests for being here today. Shout out to everyone that made the leaderboard. And thank you for being the best fucking team in the industry. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming to John and I's TED Talk. We appreciate you. So yeah, you guys.
I think this is the best attendance. This is the highest attendance I've seen towards the end. This is pretty cool.
It was at one time, it was 75 people in the room, you guys. Largest meeting that we have ever had. I can't wait for us to break that 100 mark. So it's all about you guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate seeing all your faces each week. And we'll talk to you guys soon. If you need anything, let me know.
All right, guys.
That's a lot of